from the team called the Morning Steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Tuesday, October 29th. As we have maybe our final day of the sports equinox, if you can call it that. Some people might not throw these Sunbelt football games into the vernacular of the sports equinox, but nonetheless, we got some football tonight, 3 games on the college card, but it's all about the World Series tonight. Hopefully we don't get the final game. We don't want it to end like this, but right now the Dodgers, all the momentum following last night's, relatively easy victory, wasn't it? With Freddie hitting that home run in the first inning, a leadoff walk, scores, a leadoff walk the next score as well. So the Dodgers win 4-2. The Yankees get a consolation home run in the 9th inning, and Dodgers lead 3-0. For Walker Buehler, he didn't need this day off with 5 shutout innings, 76 pitches, and 6 Dodger relievers combined to get the last 12 outs, and they're lining up again tonight in the bullpen. The Dodgers with a bullpen game, but hey, look, everyone's might talk about this, but you and I have sat here for several weeks here as the Dodgers pitching staff has fallen apart to a certain extent, but that doesn't matter, right? They just keep throwing those relievers out there. They've had plenty of bullpen games. We've talked about them for the last 2 months. It feels like every third or fourth day with the Dodgers as well, and they were able to pull it off. So why wouldn't they be able to do so again tonight against this struggling Yankees lineup? Really painful here to watch at this point. Yeah, maybe the Yankees are starting to wear the bullpen down a little bit with that late homer, but again, the Dodgers weren't necessarily coming in with closers there. It seemed like they're at the end of the game. So Dodgers up here now with that 3-0 lead. A little bummer maybe here, but maybe we'll get something out of it tonight. All right. Monday Night Football last night, the Steelers over the Giants, 26-18. It felt maybe a little more lopsided than that, but the game was just 9-9 at halftime. Hopefully you guys caught me over at the channel across the street, and we had a fun time last night. And we were having a little making fun of the teams a little bit with no cashes into the end zone, but nonetheless, the Steelers get that first touchdown of the second half with that big 73-yard punt return by Austin. And then he had another touchdown too, 29 yards. So Wilson throwing that nice deep ball, and the Steelers are able to get it done. And, they've won 22 straight at home on Monday night. There might be a little something to that, right? And Daniel Jones, he's not the primetime guy at this point. But, he was firing certainly there late. Didn't quite work out Giants 11 penalties in the game, mostly procedural penalties, really. And the Steelers had 2 touchdowns that were called back, one by a penalty, one with that good defensive play out of bounds. So Steelers over the Giants last night, 26-18. And we did have the premium pick winner there on the over last night. All right, gang, good to see you. I'll say hello to a few folks. Maybe we'll touch on what happened in the NBA and the NHL yesterday. But I want to say hello to everyone. Those games weren't that significant, I thought. So thanks for joining me here today. Let me straighten up here as I get my first look at myself. And hey, we're just 48 hours away from alleviating our ambient noise issues here on the show. I thank you guys for bearing with me over the last week, and I figured out I need to take care of this. The problem seems to be getting worse every day. So just a guy in a box here in Las Vegas talking sports betting with you every morning, and need to realize we got to take care of that. So let me say hello to Dave, my man here, talking. Oh, man, he's talking everything here. He's got Russ. He's talking Denver Broncos. You know what Dave's talking about. Ray Otachi, good morning. Hello. Curtis is ready to celebrate with a little champagne here tonight. Get the plastic out there. And as well, M. Looks, hello. Nice to have you here today. Joe Alvarado, hello. Stop Geo's here as well. Sancho, he had the Leafs and the Suns. He gave it out here, Leafs yesterday. Yeah, hey, Mikey had him yesterday on pre-gaming. I remember that certainly from yesterday. And the Suns here with the win over the Lakers. I was talking on the show yesterday when the Lakers got off to that 28-9 lead or whatever it was, of moving the ball, screening the ball. I was trying to watch a few games. And I said, wow, look at this. Again, the Lakers in this ball movement, they're going to be okay, I think, with the situation as long as they stay healthy. But maybe the Suns and maybe the Lakers' good mojo there at the beginning was kind of wearing off. Here, we'll see how it goes when they hit the road. And everyone, this is my right-hand man. He's my Ed McMahon, Thomas Lewis. He says, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up and don't unsubscribe. Thomas is getting mad at his phone. Okay, Robert McCormick, hello, welcome. Nuke Worker, great to hang out with Nuke Worker last night and the guys over there as we watched Monday Night Football and the World Series. Justin McKelvey as well. Fernando, hello. We've got action today from 2 more playoff games in Major League Soccer tonight. Taking a back seat, as always, but also we do have 3 games in Serie A here this afternoon. So maybe we can check some of the action out from the guys here. As our that's a featured international soccer action. Certainly Cliff Floyd here today as well. Patrick is here. Thank you. We had a good time there last night with the guys. Public Enemy, hello. And Fernando, yeah, I kind of split my props over there last night, but still fun night over there, and could have got there, I feel like, with a little bit more solid performance. What were some of those that we were missing out on? Pickens didn't get there. I played a little alternative line on Pickens last night. We hit with Slayton. We hit with Russ's passing and rushing yards over and Daniel Jones attempts over. But I tried to fade Austin. I tried to fade Tracy, remember, on the show. That was not the right call there, obviously, last night. Terrell is here today. Nasty Nate, thank you for working hard for us in the chat here today. And all right, I think that's it for now. So let me get some business here out of the way and talk about my plays are over at Winnable.com. This is where you can get my best selections every day. I'm hopefully going to give you a bunch of winners here as we preview the action today from Major League Baseball, NBA, NHL, college football as well. But my best plays are behind this paywall over at winnable.com, and you can subscribe to my plays for just 67 cents a day when you subscribe for 1 month for $20. I have short-term packages available as well. You just pick up my plays there on a daily basis if you like. See what I'm heating up, or save money, get long-term. I'm just going to keep you supplied with a strong flow of plays every day. I do try very hard, research all the games. I love to look at multiple sports, send out several plays. You can play them all. You can play just a few if you'd like. Remember, if I'm doing my job, I should, kind of hit at the same kind of consistent percentage. Try to keep all my plays right around, at least on the favorite side, $1.10 or lower. But, sometimes you got to go a little bit on the favorite side or the dogs. So check me out there over at winnable.com. And you can use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off all premium pick packages. Click the QR code there in the corner of the screen. Takes you right over there to my account at winnable.com. I want to also thank, I don't think he's watching, but I want to thank Ryan Bluestone of winnable.com for talking to me yesterday. I guess I'm doing okay over there. Thanks to you guys, and appreciate you guys trusting them to supply you with my plays as I send out. It's powered by Stripe, so very legitimate payment processing platform. You can rest assured that your information is safe. I'm not going to spam you or anything. I've got you right here every morning, and you know how to get a hold of me if you subscribe over there at winnable.com. You can even send me an email, tell me what's going on, if you like the plays, if you didn't like the plays, or how I can help you enjoy your sports betting experience here. So use that promo code STEAM, save 20%. I'm your sports betting influencer. That's what Ryan told me. So these sports betting influencers here, that's what I am now. All right. All right, we're going to get into it. Just say hello to a few more folks here. And look at me. I mean, don't I look rich, my friend? Thank you, MMA guy. Good to see you today. Jermaine's here as well. Yeah, that might be it for the crew. Right? Dave says, just everyone send him $100. Thanks, Dave. Hey, does anyone have an iPhone? Just hold it up to your computer or your phone right now. Take your iPhone, hold it up to your TV. Hey, Siri, send Ramon $100. Did it work?
Sorry, there's something wrong.
Oh,
Please try again.
Oh, sure. Yeah, now you speak up. All right, you guys, let's have some fun here with some of the plays today. And hopefully you can hear me. I'm yelling over my we had to spend all of our money on a computer that we've made here from the subscriptions over the first 8 weeks. I want to really thank everyone for joining over there at Winnable, getting the free plays as well. All right, let's get to the World Series, gang, because I don't know what we can do to talk about, what the Yankees can do other than try to get some more hits and try to get the offense going, because outside of it feels like Giancarlo Stanton and Juan Soto here, right? A little bit. Doesn't seem like it's quite working out here at this point for the Yankees. So, and Nate, we turn it off for that show. I don't need the reference. We're not reeling off a bunch of statistics and everything. Like on the show where it's more spontaneous and reacting off the action, you know what I'm saying? So let me bring the odds up for the game tonight. Yeah, it's a bullpen game here for the Dodgers. So, like I said, we've done this before, right? I would imagine we're going to see some of the crew that we saw yesterday for the Dodgers in this game, but also, who we might see. I'm figuring, oh gosh, what's that gentleman's name that they has been seeing some action here. I was trying to speculate on who the opener would be. That's going to be tough enough, I feel like, here, because Brazier, his outing was, a little bit significant. Uh, Kasparius here, maybe I might even look at the total usage here of the bullpen just to get a feel for it. I don't know if it matters with the Dodgers here at this point, the way they're sending them out there right now. So let's take a look here and see if we can't pinpoint it down. Again, I'm not sure it's going to factor too much into the handicap. Just consider what the Dodgers have been doing, when they get into the bullpen so far. Sure, they've had some good starting pitching, including, a strong performance last night here from Walker Buehler. So let's see here for the Dodgers. You've got, all right. Brent Honeywell, he did not work here yesterday. He's got a clean slate of rest here right now. Kasparius as well. Landon Knack will be the guy, I'm sure, at this point here. He's the left-hander, and he has opened before, so I would think maybe it could be between Kasparius and Knack here, and a little bit of Honeywell. Alex Vesia came in the game. He ended up getting a hold here. He's done pretty well right now, my man, with a save and a hold for Vesia. The ones that were used more extensively were Kopech, who is in the closer role. I mean, he's one of two closers. Blake Trinan, of course, will be fully rested here. Also, Banda only threw 10 pitches, the Dodgers' other left-hander outside of Vesia. So those guys will get the work too in there. So could be, we've seen Knack as that opener here. And again, Kasparius would have to be the other guy. So whether or not we see Brazier again here or Gratterall, I would think, man, well, you're going to see them all probably here on tonight's game. So I was just trying to speculate on the opener. I don't know if I've even reading through some of the beat writers, if they had a pinpoint on the way it's going to go. Those are going to be the guys for sure here tonight. So, all right, let's take a look here at some of the Yankee matchups as well for tonight, and maybe get your opinion on the game here. See if the Yankees can kind of salvage this series and force a fifth game here, at least to, kind of ride with the offense. They've got to get some hits, man. They're just not getting any hits. Let's get some comments from you guys here with Dave says a fat chance if they win. Sancho will take it with the Yankees here. Let me get my notes out because, I've on the Dodgers here in the series, certainly, and I've tried to give the Yankees a chance when I could, but I don't know if tonight's necessarily the night. Jermaine says should have been the Phillies in there. I say should have been my Padres. Freddie Freeman just on a roll here. Dodgers money line for Thomas. Justin says take the Dodgers team total over. AOD is here today. Hello, AOD. Robert McCormick, how about under in the first 5 here? I was on the over yesterday as my premium pick, but just not enough offense from the Yankees. I wasn't, fading Walker Buehler in that situation. We obviously gave out the Yankees on the show yesterday, the Dodgers on the show yesterday. But I don't know if we saw 5 innings coming from Buehler. But it was, they say, why didn't they fix Buehler earlier a little bit? But we discussed it when Buehler was going out there with his poor record game after game, and it really just worked his way up strength-wise, it feels like, to get to this point. Remember, there's not many guys who have success with the 2 Tommy John surgeries. So M. Look says Dodger bullpen comes through tonight. And Terrell making a conclusion here about the way the Dodgers have been attacking it here as well. Hello to Lando. All right, so that it was a killer. The grand slam may have been a killer. All right, M looks. Yeah, that's probably why they went with the strategy that they did yesterday, right? Just get that third win, and you don't have to worry about this game as much, especially if you knew you would be going with that bullpen game. Subs here in the chat. Thank you, sub. Got 60 of you here right now. Appreciate you coming in here on a Tuesday. With me and previewing the World Series. So, well, we all watched it. I don't know if I have anything too special here. I would think on the Dodger props here today. I kind of have a neutral feel for the Dodgers here, and for the Yankees, it's all based on their offense going up against this Dodger bullpen, which seemingly has done a pretty good job. And I saw Terrell's comment come up here. So, all right, I'm going to take the under here, gang, in this one with the Dodgers and the Yankees. I can't trust this Yankee offense here at this point. And, well, like I said, I'm on the Dodgers here for the series. No reason to switch sides now. I guess they're about plus $1.10 or so to wrap it up tonight. I see a little bit of movement here. Oh, $1. Well, Bovada's back up to $1.50 or so. So I guess more of $1.20, $1.25 here for the Dodgers. Maybe the same thing as yesterday, right? As I talked about it on the show. Yeah, we gave out the Dodgers here on the show yesterday, but you know, you're talking $1.45 here. What is the reasoning on that exactly, right? Your backs are to the wall. You're out and finally going to come through here in this game. The line maybe is indicative of just I don't know what this line could be indicative of, guys, at $1.45. There's really no indication the Yankees should turn it around here. Maybe it's because of that big undecided next to the Dodgers name, and people will look at it and figure, well, they don't have a starting pitcher. Maybe that's a square look, right? But they got all the pitchers here, it feels like. Even if these guys are a bunch of, I don't want to say no names necessarily, but, you know, this is the Dodgers rotation from April, from even June. So they've done it the way they've done it, and they've done it with that big offense too, and the Yankees have had a bad time. So, okay, nothing more I can add. Gang, it doesn't take me to figure it out. So I'm going to take the under, though, as my play. Thank you, Philly Eagle Flyer, here in this one. And Thomas says it's a lot of pressure here. Temperature in the 60s, wind blowing about 10 miles an hour to the left field foul pole, looks like here tonight. And looks like this one let's see. I expect the LA offense to be locked in tonight, and getting to 9 will be up to New York, contributing a bit. Yeah, that's probably why. Look, I flopped it last night here on the total over in my premiums because the Yankees did not contribute here. So I'm gonna take the under here in this one as my play here on the show. And looks on the LA run line. Thank you to the chat all-stars. Hello, stars. All right, we're going to move on, I guess, from the World Series. If hopefully, I say hopefully we get another chance. I don't mind cashing if the Dodgers do wrap it up. Just trying to be a sport about it here a little bit and maybe get one more or a couple more sports equinox. We call it a sports equinox. College football, that's fine by me, even if it's a Sun Belt. We're going to save the Sun Belt for last and go into the professional sports. So it feels like just a little bit more excitement here. Hello, good morning to Andrew today. All right, I'd like to talk about the World. I wish there was more to talk about here. It feels like a little bit. I guess I could cover some of the batters against Luis Eel. Maybe that's of interest, to you. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like I want to move on here and get away from the World Series at this point. I don't want it to go. I don't want baseball season to go. But all right. I was maybe just going to peek at the some of the hitters here real quick. The thing is, for Yule against the Dodgers, I don't think there's a lot of traffic on that, actually. See what some of it looks like here. Teoscar's got a home run against Yule, of course. Mookie Betts, 1 for 3 here. Freddie 0 for 2 with a walk against Yule. Kike 1 for 5, a strikeout. Will Smith 0 for 3. Shohei's 0 for 3 against Luis Yule. And against this roster, Yule, 207 batting average in 29 at-bats. Basically read you off all the starters that'll be in there, I think, tonight. So give me the under tonight in the Dodgers-Yankees game here on Tuesday. On a Tuesday. All right, yep, we're going to go to the NBA here next, Jermaine. You're right about it. Here we go. Let's take a look. With the Nuggets taking on the Nets here tonight. We saw the Nuggets yesterday. Big-time pressure for them here against the regular season. Kelly teased me about it, certainly about talking about how the Nuggets look uninterested here early in the season. Maybe this is an opponent they could beat. The Nets, to me, I've got them ranked very low. Maybe the worst team for me in the league. I don't know where you have them right now. They do have a win here, obviously, to start the season at 1-2 right now. But the Nuggets, last night, they came all the way back there against the Raptors, really kind of fumbling around early, came back. Carmelo was kind of leading the way there, and the game went to overtime, but the Raptors were able to pull it off there last night and get that win. Let me pull it up here. 127, Denver got the win. I was just thinking because of the cover, you guys. My bad here. Denver got the win in overtime, 127-120. Don't mind me. I'm just hosting a sports betting show on YouTube. Steam has come in here on the Nuggets. However, that line looks a little bit stale at 5.5. Oh, man, no. We're seeing movement right now to the Nets. I should update this. 4.5. Here at this point, the move is on the Nets. The line service sent out the Nuggets as the move here, but the move is obviously on the Nets here right now. I thought I was going to get cute and try to take the Nets here. Nuggets on a back-to-back here at this point, so that's going to make it a little bit tough. That game went pretty late, considering it was up there in Toronto. And now they're going to make their way down here to Brooklyn for this game. So let's see what you guys have to say with Denver and Brooklyn here. Denver's 5-1 in their last 6 games against the Nets, and 5-1 against the spread in those games as well. See what you guys have here. And I will go to your picks right now. Here we go. I'm going to start it off with our Tomps here today. Thank you, our Tomps. Good to have you. Justin said I was able to get those Nets at +7 for me. Justin on the Nets here. Jermaine also said, give me the Nets. Thomas says the spread looks suspicious, but I'm going to take the Nuggets here with that big-time discount. Like I said, if anything, at least they're getting a little value here if you want to try it. But what is wrong with this team right now? Just it feels a little funky at this point. Denver slow starting here. Again, it feels like our Tomps likes the over here in this one. Andrew said the Dogs came through yesterday. Toronto gets the money here. We gave out Toronto actually on the show yesterday. Don't let me not mention that anyway. And Terrell says, don't forget the Nets here. It wasn't last night, right? It was the other night. Let me see when that win was. 2 nights ago, right, against Toronto, 127-125. I'm sorry, Milwaukee 115 to 112. The Brooklyn win over the Bucks 2 nights ago, but I know what you mean. Robert McCormick here on the over. So I'll try the Nets here. Again, I was going to go with it and go, wow, look at this line going back up here. Thank you, Philly Eagle Flyer, for your action here today. Talking a little soccer here. What is that? DFB action from Germany there. Thank you, Philly Eagle Flyer. Also some cup action from England. Great job, Philly Eagle Flyer. All right, that's going to do it for that game. I'll take the Nets here in this one. All right, next up, let's go to the Mavericks. The Mavs and the Timberwolves here. The Wolves favored tonight by 5 points, and the total here about 222 here right now. Pardon me, you guys. All right, Dallas here. They've covered 5 of the last 6 meetings against the Timberwolves. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over when playing each other. For the Timberwolves, both teams come in 2-1 here. Actually, right now, the Timberwolves are off of a 112 to 101 loss as a 15-point favorite against the Toronto Raptors. They also beat Sacramento 117 to 115 and lost to the Lakers to open up the season. For Dallas here, they won against Utah, of course, last night. We gave out the under on that game with Utah and Dallas last night. See if you guys have a play in this one. So far, both teams are 1-2 against the spread, and both teams have gone under in 2 of their 3 games. So not a lot trend-wise early on here. Like I said, we'll mostly stick to maybe some head-to-heads. I'm not too interested in dialing back what teams did last season as part of it. Just get rolling here this season. I do probably want to lay the points, though, here with the Timberwolves. Kind of like as a premium, but I'm not even sure about the total in this game the way I'm looking at it right now. So here comes some plays from the chat. Let's see what you got here with this one. Mavs and Wolves. Okay, here we go. Oh, let me get back. Irish King took the Nuggets in that first game. Here's Justin on the Timberwolves in this one. R. Thompson is going to be on Dallas plus the money, plus the points. M. Looks says took the Wolves here last night. Justin's got a prop on Ant here to go over. And that might be it from you guys in the chat. I've got probably Julius Randle as my player here for the Timberwolves today as my favorite prop player on the Wolves to go over. On Dallas, I do think it's a good matchup here for Luka, but I'm still going to take the Timberwolves here. And Jermaine says the Wolves haven't looked good here so far, or doesn't feel like they'll be as strong so far. Those maybe were easy games at Sacramento there and at home against Toronto. So maybe a little bit of schedule bias here for Dallas. They did play Phoenix, but they did lose that game on the road, came up well short. And remember, Dallas here is on the back-to-back. So I'm going to try the Timberwolves here in this one. I'm going to lay 5. And see what else we got. All right. Oh, my Chinese basketball players are going to roll in here. I think we're going to go probably 2-1 tonight. If you got my picks over there on Winnable, I kind of laid off these early rounds of tennis. Right now we're seeing players kind of drop out. Some of the better players too have kind of dropped out of the tournament, a couple of them anyway, but I focused in on some CBA tonight, and we had Beijing laying the points against the Ningbo Rockets, and they got it done. And I also had a total there. We had a total to go over, I think. Let me see. Was that right? Let me make sure I got this right here with Guangzhou. Oh, no. We laid the points with Shenzhen over Guangzhou, and that didn't work out. But we do have the under here with the Monkey Kings, and it looks like it is going to go under here. We're trending under here anyway, 7 minutes to go. So never know what I'm going to come up with. All right. Let's go with the Kings and the Jazz. Let's go with the real Kings here against the Jazz tonight. Kings on the road, minus 6 points. Total 235.5 here. Let's see what we got. We'll call it down to 234 here, maybe a 1.5 drop in this one. We did see the widely reported steam come in here on the under in this game, and I'm going to also probably take the under here as my play on the show. Utah has gone under in 2 of their 3 games so far this season. Sacramento has been a team that's gone over in 2 of their 3 games so far, but the one game that they were favored so far did go under. So let me get you a little bit of NFL steam here right now coming in. Raiders, Bengals, over 46. We're seeing a move here right now on the game between Raiders and Bengals in Cincinnati here. So I don't know if that has something to do with any move on the Raiders, on the Bengals offense, or the Raiders offense for that matter. But just in here, a little move on the over with the Raiders and the Bengals. All right. Keep it rolling here right now with the Kings taking on the Jazz. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these 2 teams have been won by the Kings. They've owned this series here of late, and they're favored on the road. Looking pretty good here at this point. I'm going to take the under. As I said, the series is a definite over right now. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these 2 teams have gone over when playing here in Utah. But I don't know, for me, a pretty high number, even here at 234 and dropping. I'm going to take the under here with Utah and Sacramento. Utah in a bit of a funk here right now with the 3 straight losses here at this point. Losses to Dallas on the road, at home against Golden State, and at home against Memphis right now. So Utah still one of the winless teams in the league. Sacramento had the 1 win, as we mentioned there, against Portland. All right, you guys got some comments here in the chat. I would think for the Kings, yeah, DeMar. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be on DeRozan here, Robert, but good call here by you. Justin wants to take the over in this one. I'm going to go under. Terrell says Jazz going slow the pace here. Not only they slow the pace, but as a home dog here, maybe too. Our Tomps with me on the under. Fernando says the Kings have been dominating them. Jermaine says give me Utah in this one. Fernando had the Mavs back there on that other play. You guys are talking, oh man, I might have missed all those Mavs plays there. Thanks, you guys. I see it now. Wow. You guys are against me there a little bit. Ray on the Jazz here at home. Also, Jermaine on the Jazz. I figure it's got to be a pretty tough matchup for a few of these guys on the Jazz tonight. George and Sexton and Kessler possibly. While the Kings, a pretty good matchup here, it feels like, for De'Aaron Fox. I'm going to take the under, though, here at 234, kind of back that steam that came in. Looks pretty sharp, actually. No doubt, an over series here, but the move is on the under. So I'm going to go under in this one. All right, one more here in the NBA tonight. taking on the Pelicans, taking on the Warriors. And yeah, we know the headline here with no Steph Curry tonight with that turned ankle. We'll see how many games he misses. Really needs to make sure that ankle stays healthy all season long. So we'll see how long they can kind of hold him out a little bit and get that turned ankle good, because it keeps happening. It feels like that left ankle of Curry. Wiggins also questionable with a back injury. So that is a factor as well in that Golden State lineup. So you'll have certainly here you'll get Pajemski moving over a little bit, and you'll get to see more of Moses Moody sign that contract here just a week ago, and didn't have a good game against the Clippers, certainly, but didn't get a lot of minutes, and he'll get plenty of more minutes tonight. You know, he had that great, good, strong season opener against Portland, and we'll get to see plenty of Moody here in this one, and we'll see too much of Draymond, I'm sure. Pretty good matchup for Draymond here, I would think, against Zion. Probably the front courts here could have a strong game, but for the Warriors here, we'll see if Moody can handle the assignment here against the Pelicans. Both teams 2-1 here so far. You guys could comment in the chat on this game here. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under when it's at the Warriors. Warriors have won 21 of the last 25 meetings here at home against the Pelicans. That one probably goes back to the other arena too, but I would think still kind of the same feeling here. All right, we'll get comments from you in this one. Here's Jermaine. He's got a prop on Kuminga here tonight. I'm neutral on Kuminga here. M looks like the Pelicans against the spread. Justin says, give me the Warriors under. And Jermaine thinks it's a first to 100 type game win. I like that. Well, our Tom says Pelicans here, lay the points and take the under. I will take the under as my play. The widely reported steam did come in here on the under. And I'll take that under here at 217. Maybe 217 and a half here for everywhere for the most part right now. I'm even seeing a 218 at Bet Online. The Warriors did go under in their only home game so far this season against the Clippers a couple of nights ago in that Clipper win. Fernando says Pelicans here on the money line. So far, the Pelicans are 0-2 against the spread on the road. Jermaine says this one could be really low here. Maybe I should have the premium on the Pelicans and the Warriors total. All right, gang, that's a look at the NBA card. Let's move to the ice here tonight where we've got 7 games in action, and we're going to start it off here with the Blues on the road against the Senators. In this one, the Senators come in 4-4. The Blues come in 5-4. Both teams have 4 overs and 4 unders so far this season. The Blues do have a push. Blues are 6-3 on the puck line so far this season. And with the Senators here at minus $1.55, and the total 6.5. 6.5 for the most part. It looks like everywhere right now. 6.5 under 20, maybe under 25. So let's go ahead and update that. There we go. All right, let's check out the goalie situation too with tonight's games. If I can get it going here. Hold on, gang. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. All right, for the Blues tonight. I'm expecting Bennington in there, and some of the sites are reporting possibly that Hofer will be in there today, but I'm going to trust that it's more likely Bennington here. Allmark for the Senators looks more certain in goal here with a 1-2 record, a 3.33 goals against average, and an 88.5 save percentage so far this season. Blues so far on the road. Let me take a look at that. Feels like this thing's running slower and slower, gang. I can't wait for a new goalie computer, basically, is what's going to be coming on here. All right, here we go. For the Blues here, St. Louis, like I said, they've been covering the puck line pretty good here. Cover the puck line in 4 of their last 5 games overall. Ottawa's won 4 of their last 5 games at home right now, dating back to last season a little bit. Total's gone over in 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams in Ottawa. Ottawa's lost 2 straight here. They were on a road trip here, a 3-game road trip where they beat Utah, lost to BGK, lost at Colorado by a goal. They did get the puck line in that one. For St. Louis here, they are coming off a loss at Montreal, 5-2. They beat up on Toronto before that on the road. They lost at home to Winnipeg, 3-2. St. Louis has gone, this is what it is. St. Louis has gone over on the road 3 of their 5 games with 1 push. Get your play in the chat here right now. I kind of want to take the Blues here, to be honest, at this price. Yeah, pretty much $1.30. It feels like everywhere. Here come the comments. Just watch Shram Kova walk right through Shui Zhang here, 1-1. All right, here we go with our Tomps on the under here in this one. And Robert also likes the under here. So a couple of under plays from you guys. I'm going to note that here a little bit because I don't want to give away the premiums, but might be with you guys. We'll see here. That move to the over. The move is to the over. Let's be clear. It feels like they're from a 6. There it was 6 over 20 for the most part and moved to under here. Fernando, though, likes that move over here. He'll take the over. Next up, those Flyers are going to be on the road against the Bruins here. Bruins minus $2 at home. They beat the Flyers in 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams. And also Boston's won 7 of the last 8 meetings at home over the Flyers here. Boston comes in 4-1 so far, but it's the Flyers that are struggling here already. Early on, 2-6-1, 1-3 on the road so far. Boston 3-2 so far at home. We've seen a lot of overs so far between these two teams. The Flyers have gone over in 4 of their 5 games on the road. The Bruins have gone over in 4 of their 5 games at home, and the Flyers aren't doing a very good job slowing things down. The total here, though, still going to be just 6, shaded to the over now. We're starting to see a little bit of a move to the over. So, I don't know. It feels like the books feel that this one could be, maybe it's the Flyers not scoring here at this point. And we know the Flyers are having maybe some scoring issues. 3 goals a game. Both teams are averaging just 3 goals a game thus far. It's the Flyers that are allowing nearly 4.5 goals per game right now. So maybe that's the thinking here. I've got to take the over here in this one. It feels like as my play. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it at that. Not real happy with the Flyers here right now. Obviously, they are struggling again here. Just feels like you want to be on the fade train no matter what. with these guys, and they're up against one of their toughest matchups, it seems like right now, going up against the Bruins here. Get your plays in the chat and see if we can check on the goalie situation here. I'm listing Urson and Swayman, so that's what we're seeing here as well. For Swayman, he's got a 3.46 goals against, a 3-3-1 record so far, and a 90% save percentage. For Urson, 3.5 goals against, 87% save percentage. And he's 2-2-1 overall. Yeah, I think I did do that, Thomas. I think I gave away the premium on that game. That's okay. I might like the side, too. I was kind of teetering there. Jermaine says, lay 2.5 goals here with the Bruins today. Philly Eagle Flyer, first period draw. Thank you. Here's also Bruins puck line. That's got to be Bruins. Team total over 9. Legacy's got the plays here. Blues on the money line. Bruins puck line. And the Habs. Even I like 9 Legacy, has the correct accentuation there on Montreal. Is that fair to say? Our Tom's Bruins team total over. Fernando might be a little contrarian here. I say contrarian. We'll take a look at that. Numbers here, but I figure it's got to be unanimous. Yeah, it's a heavy ticket count to the over for sure in this one. Early on here, Robert says, take the Bruins minus a goal. All right, appreciate it, gang. Let's keep it rolling right now. The Ducks are on the road, taking on the Islanders. The Islanders minus 250 here today. But maybe a little bit cheaper at some of the sharper books right now. Maybe a little bit of move to the Ducks. The Ducks are playing okay. 3-4-1 for them. That's not too bad. The Islanders here at 3-3-1 thus far. The Ducks here, 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone over, as well as 5 straight meetings here on the at the Islanders have gone over. Again, that's, meeting here just once a year. But Islanders have beat the Ducks 5 straight times currently right now. For the Islanders, they come in having lost their last game there last night, right, to the Florida Panthers. Who was it? 3 nights ago. To the Florida Panthers, 6-3. They beat one at New Jersey before that and lost to the Red Wings before that. Islanders here have gone under in 3 of their 4 games as a favorite. Meanwhile, the Ducks have gone under in 5 of their 6 games as an underdog. No, let me make sure I get this right. Islanders 2-2. Here as a favorite over under. Sorry, gang, I misread that one. Here it is. Islanders over in 3 of their 4 home games so far this season. I feel a little off my game here. Maybe it was that cocktail they made me drink on the air last night. I wasn't feeling the effects of it on the show. Maybe I am here today, gang. All right. I got to take the under, though, in this one. Like I said, Islanders may be going over more at home, but at 6 under 15. This is a series that's certainly going over here right now. But you look at the Ducks and their offense right now. 2 goals in that game at New Jersey the other night. They scored 1 goal against the Rangers, and you're going up against Sorokin here. So might be a little bit tough for the Ducks here on the road. See if you guys have any plays here in this one. Sorokin is the confirmed goalie here in this one. We know the Islanders are splitting time right now with Varlamov and Sorokin, it feels like here. And with the back-to-back, I feel like this will be the same thing. I think the Islanders play again tomorrow night. So Sorokin's got some pretty strong numbers here, 1.74 goals against average so far, and a 2-1-1 record, a 93.5 save percentage. Dostal's been good too, 3-2-1 with a 2.17 goals against average and a shutout, 93.5 save percentage. So I'm going to go ahead and take the over here in this one. Good numbers there for these goalies. All right. Thomas said the Boston Bruins were the first consensus play of the day. How about that? There against the Flyers. I don't know if it was puck line or money line, but there certainly was a lot of support there for the Bruins consensus. All right. R. Tom says, give me the Islanders team total over. And Line Legacy says this one could be overtime. Maybe bet the overtime. Robert says, take the Ducks here. They can hang in. They're only a minus $1.25 on this puck line. I think Philly Eagle Flyers got a little parlay here with the Ducks plus 2.5 and over 4.5. All right, and I think that'll do it for me. I'll take the under here in this one. Let's move on as Seattle heads to Montreal with Grubauer in goal against Montembeault. Not confirmed yet, but I think that's the feel here today for Grubauer. 1-3 record so far with a 309 goals against. He's got an 88% save percentage so far this season. Seattle right now have lost 3 straight games. All of those games came at home. Seeing kind of the repeat here is Seattle, maybe a little bit better on the road. They're coming off a long homestand, though, hitting the road for their first game here at Montreal as a road favorite. The Habs have won 2 straight. They beat the Flyers on the road. They beat the Blues here. So, hey, good on the Habs here so far. They've gone over in 6 of their 9 games so far this season. The Canadians have been an underdog in every game so far. For Seattle, they are 1-2 here, or 1-2 to the under, 2 unders in 3 games so far here as a favorite. I'm going to take the Habs here at a little bit of plus money tonight against Seattle. Let's see what you guys have here. I don't know. It feels like Montreal might be playing just a little bit better all of a sudden. All right. Let me see here, Jermaine. Were we talking about last game? I'm on the under in the Ducks and Islanders. I thought you said, Ramon, you had 2 plays over and under. So far, we're on the Blues, we're on Flyers, Bruins over, and we're on Ducks, Islanders under in that order. Robert's going to take the Habs here. R. Thompson. So let me make it clear, right? Blues is a dog. Flyers, Bruins over. And Ducks, Islanders under. I think Thomas was referring to the fact that maybe I was kind of teasing that I liked the Bruins there. All right. Jermaine says on the Canadians, not the Kraken. He's going a little bit more au natural. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Did I? No, I was indicating the series was an over series, right? Maybe I'm in a fog here, gang. But I will, if I can reiterate or restate, that I'm on the under here on the Ducks and the Islanders. Looking at my sheet here anyway. So it is quite possible I said that. So that's why I'm going to reconfirm my pick, okay? All right, we did get that total under in my, so 2-1 in my CBA plays here today. All right, I'm just moving. I'm going to move on there, I think, here. I'm on Montreal in that 4th game here at this point. Let's go with the Wild and the Penguins next. And the Wild on the road here playing well, so they're going to be favored against the Penguins in this one. But I'm going to give the Penguins a chance here and take them against the Wild. The Penguins 3-6-1 so far. Yeah, haven't been too great. The Wild have been great for sure. 5-1-2 so far. 5-3 on the puck line. Penguins have gone over in 6 of 10 games with one push so far. Penguins averaging just 3 goals per game so far this season. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams in Pittsburgh have gone to the Penguins here. Penguins have won 9 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams. So maybe about the series history a little bit. Pittsburgh on a losing streak, no doubt about it. They haven't looked good here right now. They're coming off of a road trip, though. They lost 4 straight on the road at Winnipeg, at Calgary, at Edmonton, at Vancouver, but they're returning home here with Nedeljkovic in net against the veteran here, Fleury. So with Fleury on the road, look, Minnesota's been good, no doubt. They're 4-1 so far on the road thus far. Pittsburgh here, let's see, for Nedeljkovic. Let me go with Fleury here. Fleury is confirmed as the goalie here, but 5.5 goals against so far for Fleury in 2 starts. He is 1-0-1 with a 90% save percentage, but pretty high goals allowed here thus far. So there is some talk that Blomqvist could be in goal here for Pittsburgh, but I think I'm showing right now more likely Nedeljkovic here in this one. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I think there is a bit of a move here. I'm showing Minnesota down to maybe $1.20 or even $1.15. So that could be a sharp move. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. I don't know if it correlates to Fleury being in there. I'm not, I ain't mad at you, Marc-Andre Fleury, but people are starting to talk about the age of the veteran getting up there. So let's see if you guys have anything here in this one with the Wild and the Pens. Our Thompson's going to go over. I think Robert's going over in this one. I don't know if Jermaine's going over in this one. And I think Joe's saying he's got the Penguins game to go over. Here's Philly Eagle Flyer. First period, both teams to score. I'm going to take the Penguins here at home. I'm going to mix it up a little bit, I feel like, today. Things started okay yesterday, it felt like, and then, I got kind of West Coast didn't go too good for me last night. So, all right, let's see here. Penguins money line. He says it says it all here. I think is what he's saying is the move to the underdog here when you have the Penguins, obviously a losing streak, under 500 right now. Minnesota looking pretty strong, but the move obviously to the Penguins here, those are the ones you kind of think are, kind of the sharp moves here. It feels like I'm showing realistically the tickets so far to me are on the Penguins here a little bit. I take that back. Okay, I was looking at the wrong game. 3/4 of the action so far on the money line coming in here on Minnesota. And, 9 out of every 10 tickets are in on the over on this one. Yeah, Fernando says he's got it like 4-3 here tonight. All right, we got a couple more here. All of those were 7 o'clock starts. This one's at 7:30 Eastern with the Rangers taking on the Capitals here. Rangers obviously looking strong here right now, 6-1-1. Hard to stop them here at this point. Maybe the Capitals can do it. Right now, the Capitals here come in with an okay situation here. Their winning streak was ended, but they still got a pretty strong record of 5-2 here thus far. Both teams kind of trending under here for the most part. In this series, the Rangers have won 5 straight meetings between these two teams. And let's see. Yeah, the line's still pretty much 156 under 15. That does seem like the right number here right now. So Rangers undefeated on the road so far at 4-0. Washington's done a nice job at home, 3-1. So Washington's had a nice start to the season. Maybe this could be a spot for them to knock off the Rangers. I just feel like the Rangers are playing out of their mind right now. And this price, while may be a little bit high, I'm going to go with the Rangers here in this one. I respect what the Capitals have done here so far this season, but I'm going to try the Rangers. This price doesn't feel that great, but I'm going to take them here, allowing just 2 goals per game here at this point. So I'm going to go with the Rangers. Capitals did get shut out at Tampa Bay last game, 3-0. So saw the Rangers finally get that. They lost to Florida, but bounced back with that win against Anaheim a few nights ago. So let's see what you have here in this one with the Rangers taking on the Caps. All right. Thank you, Nuke. Smash the like and smash. Let's see if we got some more plays here. And Michelangelo liking the under here with the Rangers and the Capitals. So does our Tumps. I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you, gang, if you know what I mean. So take the Rangers here. This one, they just keep rolling here at this point. Maybe it will go overtime. Maybe it will be 2-2. Maybe 1-1 by the time they get to the third period. So, all right. One more here in the NHL. Fernando says, you know what? I think he's kind of maybe saying because of the price here also here when you take him on that puck line. All right, next up, we got the Kings and the Sharks. Oh, there we go. Kings and Sharks here. Kings coming in 5-2-2. There's no hope for the Sharks at this point, it feels like right now. Yes, I'll give them big time credit here for the win against Utah last night. Good job. They came back. Utah looked strong early, week late, and the Sharks got the win. So I don't know. Maybe they can come back, bounce back with a back-to-back here. The one thing the Sharks do is kind of play competitive against the Kings. That's for sure. The Sharks have actually beaten the Kings 2 of the last 6 times. I know that sounds weird. Kings have won 4 out of the last 6 here in San Jose, but the way the Sharks are going, they've covered the puck line 5 of the last 7 against the Kings here. So, yeah, the Kings have won 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams, but the Kings, I don't know, they are 5-2 on the puck line on the road here, but they were a dog in some of those games. Kings are 4-0 as a favorite so far, straight up. So far, the Kings are 0-4 to the under on the road this season, and maybe this one will go under. I think that's the direction I might want to go. I kind of want to play the Sharks here a little bit, but they used a lot of energy certainly to kind of come back and get that win yesterday. I'll try the under here with the Kings and the Sharks. But I don't know if I trust the Kings. Maybe it'll be a 1-goal game, it feels like to me. I don't know if the Kings get a puck line here on this one. They might even be in for a battle here against the Sharks, even on the back-to-back. See if you guys have a play here. The Philly Eagle Flyer says after last night, the Kings can roll here now in this one. Our Tomps likes it over here. And Philly Eagle Flyer Oh, let me see. Michelangelo. Hello, Michelangelo. King's puck line. Easy money on that back-to-back. Man, I don't know. I'm more leaning toward the Sharks, so I'm going to give out the under here as my play. That's a look at the National Hockey League for the action here on Tuesday. All right, there are 3 football games tonight, so I think we're continuing the sports equinox for at least one more day. Let's take a look at these games here. All right, here we go. College football. Yeah, Jermaine's talking about Sharks and won the game last night, but obviously not, the way you're supposed to win them. Okay, here we go. Fernando says they have that little commute there. Not a long commute, not a long trip there at all. I think more of the tired legs here, I think, would be more of the reasonable call. All right, the 2 plays were, oh, thank you. I missed that Penguins move there. Thank you, Thomas. That's a consensus play. The Penguins over. Okay. And also the Bruins. Thank you, Thomas. Thanks for sticking around for the hockey there. All right. Got New Mexico State here to start us off. Let me get over. Hello. Good morning to Markel. Good morning. Let's get to college football. New Mexico State taking on Florida International here on Tuesday in Sunbelt action with New Mexico State coming in right now. Record here of 2-5, 1-3 in conference. Florida International 2-6, 1-3 in conference as well. This one's on the CBS Sports Network tonight. Aggies here 1-5 against Division I teams, allowing 40 points per game so far this season. New Mexico State has allowed over 280 yards rushing in 4 of their last 5 games, but New Mexico State is 12-4 against the spread. Last 16 coming off of a win. Florida International, they're 0-6 in their last 6 chances as a home favorite. Now, they're only a home favorite maybe once, maybe twice a year. Florida International is not a favorite very often at all, but, especially in last few seasons. So FIU has gone under in 3 of their last 4 games. Hey, we're seeing some steam right now on the LA Rams here in their game this weekend against the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks might have opened up a 1-point favorite. The Rams look like they're going to be the favorite here when this game goes off here. That might be maybe some health concerns of the Rams maybe being alleviated here even a little bit more possibly. I just want to squeeze that in here as we talk about this lame college football game here, it feels like. I'm going to go under here in this one. We've already seen it go from 47 down to 43. Handicappers are pretty unanimous here from what I've seen so far on Florida International. I don't trust them to cover a number, though, here necessarily at 9 or 9.5. I'm not worried about New Mexico State. They're going to, they have Nunez in here at quarterback here now. I believe this is probably their 3rd quarterback. I think this is their 3rd quarterback of the season, but that's not the way this game is going to go. I would think this is going to be a game that you're going to see, on the ground here for New Mexico State. So a little bit of Eurobasket steam. I know you guys are like Eurobaskets. You got Maccabi Tel Aviv and Fenerbahce here over 163 today. If you check out the EuroLeague action, over 163, Maccabi Tel Aviv and Fenerbahce today. All right. Last 2 meetings have been split. They played them both at New Mexico State. I'm going to take the under in this one. The widely reported steam came in New Mexico State and the under. I'm going to take the under here. No value for sure. I'm showing handicappers running here well more than 2-1 on the under in this game. I'll join them. Give me the under New Mexico State and Florida International here in this one. All right, FIU is 3-1 against the spread at home. Oh, a few comments from you guys on this one. Here's our Thomas on New Mexico State, Thomas Lewis on New Mexico State as well. All right, next up, let's head out to UL Lafayette. Here, let's take a look. There we go. Texas State, I put the spread right here, minus 3.5. Let me make sure that's right. UL Lafayette on the road here, taking on Texas State. Four actually right now. Texas State is favored. There we go. 4 and 58.5 here in this one. We got a little time change here. This one will be at 7:30 Eastern and 4:30 Pacific in this one on ESPN2 tonight. For Texas State, they come in with a 4-3 record, and ULL is 6-1 coming into this game here right now. They've won 4 straight here. They just beat Coastal on the road, 34-24. They won at home against App State, 34-24 as well. They are 3-1 against the spread on the road. Is Louisiana Lafayette. They've scored 33 points or more in 6 of their 7 games. Their only loss was at home, 2 against Tulane. ULL 4-12 against the spread here. Let me see. Let me get this right. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 12-5-1 against the spread, last 18 as road dogs. So Texas State getting a lot of respect here right now, but they are just 3-4 against the spread thus far. They are 3-1 at home, but like I said, ULL 4-0 on the road. Louisiana here has won 11 straight meetings between these two teams, and they've gone 10-1 against the spread. So I don't know necessarily what I'm missing here. It feels like this should be a big time favoritism for Louisiana here. The last time Texas State was ever favored in a game against Louisiana was 10 years ago. So, all right, let's see here. Texas State, last 3 have stayed under the total here. They got a pretty nice team for sure, but man, these heads up trends are big time in Louisiana's favor here. Michelangelo went on FIU in that other game, by the way. Thank you, Michelangelo. And we have here, Thomas says UL Lafayette and over. Our Thomas likes this one to go over as well. Gravy Bets here today. Nice to have you. Thank you. Justin McKelvey says he likes that team total over for Louisiana. I'd like to say hello to Keith in the chat. Nice to see you this morning. Thanks for the conversation last night on the show. We had a great time last night. I was just joking, Keith. I feel like this show hasn't been very good. And I felt like last night, man, that was like my first cocktail probably 5 years, right? I want to join the party with you guys. And while I felt like on the show, you teased me a little bit, maybe it was showing. I'm not calling it a hangover at all. I only drank like a half a glass of that thing, but of that margarita. But I feel a little slow here on this show. I'm sure everybody feels that I keep reading the wrong stat, or Michelangelo says, give me ULL on the money line. I think ULL, man. I mean, maybe I'm missing something here in this one, it feels like. All right, I'm going under as my play. I know there's some over sentiment certainly in the chat there right now. But yeah, you look at some of these. Texas State right now, 2-4-1 to the under as a favorite. ULL has gone over in both of them, so both of their road games so far. Joe says Keith was giving me the business there. Problem was I just couldn't finish my sentences there towards the end of the game, and now I'm having the same problem today. Thomas says, "Stay away from the martinis." Thomas, I don't know if if you get a chance to see this show, right? It's really tough, right? These guys everybody's having a good time. Every time something good happens, they all, toast a drink. And, I wasn't doing that. I felt left out. They're nice enough to invite me over to this show. And, I'm not too much of a goody two-shoes. I know I look like it, sound like it half the time. But, I'm 55, been around the block a few times and just kind of laid off any drinking at all over the last, it feels like 5 or 6 years. But I'm like, you know what? I was at the grocery store and saw the aisle, turned down the aisle, and hey, here's a berry margarita. I'm going to drink this. I'll start easy with some tequila. It's really my preference. So they toast for everything over there. And I said, good thing Razor wasn't there on that night. But what happened was, while there wasn't a lot of toasting there and I could have got away with it, every time fucking Keith would say, cheers to you guys, and I was looking the other way, I didn't know no one else but Keith was drinking. So I was drinking with Keith. All right. All right, gang. One more here in college football. I'm taking the under, by the way, in Texas State here. All right. One more here. Let's go. Louisiana Tech taking on Sam here. And Louisiana Tech's 3-4, 2-2 in the Sun Belt. Sam is 6-2, 3-1 here in the Sun Belt right now. This one's on ESPNU tonight. And note the time change here, I believe, to 8 o'clock Eastern and 5 Pacific. They kind of flip-flop those two games on the schedule. So, all right, here we go with this one. You got Sam coming in 3-1 at home. They're 4-1 straight up as a favorite so far, 3-2 against the spread as a favorite. Sam's won 5 of their last 6, covering 4 of those so far. They have struggled here offensively in the last couple of games, but they did beat FIU 10-7. They didn't get the money as a 4.5-point favorite. Also managed just 2 touchdowns against Western Kentucky in a loss for Louisiana Tech. They're off of a win at home, 14-10 against UTEP. They didn't get the number, though, here in that one. Sam here, a 9.5-point favorite. I'm showing 10 right now at some spots here. Handicappers are running heavy for Sam here tonight. I'm showing 5 out of every 6 handicappers so far surveyed are on Sam Houston in this one, and a pretty split on the total so far. Public's running heavy right now on the over here. Heavy tickets to the over in this one. Meanwhile, Sam's taking about 2/3 of the tickets here. I don't know about that total over. I don't know maybe what they're seeing it like I am right now. You know the way Sam's going to do business here, it feels like, against Louisiana Tech. Sam did win last year's game 42-27 on the road. They covered 7.5 in that one. I'm going under here. I think I just gave out 3 unders in 3 college football games on Tuesday night here in this one. Louisiana Tech is 2-10 against the spread in their last 12 conference games coming in. And you guys know I've been banging on Coach Crumble here for Louisiana Tech, 4-9 against the spread as a road underdog, and Tech 3-8 as a road underdog with him as head coach. They're also 2-6 against the spread, last 8 coming off a win. Some of those were in the same role that I just talked about here so far. So Louisiana Tech's quarterback's done a pretty nice job so far this season, but Sam feels like the much stronger team defensively. I'm going to take the under here, 45 in Louisiana Tech and Sam Houston. 45.5 there, I think, right now is the total in a lot of these games. All right, let's take a look here right now at some comments. Thomas Lewis will take Sam. And let's see what else. And that might be it. We're talking the cocktails in the chat. And hey, I still got some left for this weekend. So, all right. Hey, that's going to do it for the morning steam, the previews, gang. Thank you so much for joining me here. We'll get better tomorrow for the show on Wednesday. We'll see if we get a game 5 in the World Series. We'll see how it happens tonight. But have a great night of sports betting action. Don't forget, you can join me over at winnable.com. That's where I've got my best plays today, over at winnable.com. Hopefully we gave you some winners here on the show. Hopefully you guys gave me some winners from the chat all-stars. But I've got my plays over there at Winnable. For $20, you can sign up for a month, 67 cents per day. And not only that, I think you guys are already on to some of the premiums I saw over there. So if you don't make it over there, no problem. But I do have a free subscription. And you would have went 2-1 with me in my Chinese Basketball Association plays. How about that? This morning. I only, like those games because they're on there in the middle of the night. I watched first half of that game with the Ningbo Rockets before I came on the air here with you guys. So there's some TV for that league here, but I'll probably be firing it up back in tennis action tomorrow for my usual Wednesday, Thursday. We get into the second and third rounds here from some locales. So pick me up over at Winnable. That's where I send my tennis out there on those free packages there a little bit. And my premium plays tonight in the NBA, NHL, college football. There's also some Major League Soccer. I split my plays there last night. We did have that late winner. If anybody missed the late game, Houston ended up winning that one. Or let's see, it was 0-0 is what it was. And 0-0 there yesterday is what it was. But Houston covered the half of a goal there in that one. All right, so check me out there over at winnable.com. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those premium pick packages of 67 cents a day. Is a little too much. Add that promo code in there. You get down to 50 cents a day, and I'll usually send out, anywhere from, half a dozen plays to on the weekends with college football where, we got the confirmation from the chat. We did pretty well there on college football last weekend, and NFL 5-3 on my NFL card there with Winnable. So please check me out. That's how you support me here on the channel. We are what a viewer supported, I think Mikey likes to say. So click the QR code in the upper right hand corner of the screen here, and it'll take you right to the Winnable app. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad you guys liked the show. I didn't like it too much, but I'll have a better show tomorrow, I think. We won't have any cocktails tonight. All right. Terrell likes that Dodger sweep. Thanks, everybody. Catch you tomorrow. More Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 Pacific. Don't forget Mikey Money today with pre-gaming here at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. I also will have my MMA coverage with VB and his guest analyst today as well. So please consider checking that video out here this week. We record that show today, so I'll have our preview. We're going to preview 3 fights on that card, including this weekend's main event. They're headed to Edmonton this weekend for the UFC with that main event with my man Brandon Moreno going against Al-Bazi here in the main event, and a good co-main event as well with Blanchfield and Namajunas. So good card from Edmonton here this week, and we're going to look to fade those Canadian fighters again here as they've been struggling, they were telling me last night on the show. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and we'll catch you tomorrow here for more Morning Steam. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
War going on, the books can't escape from the team called the Morning Steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.